2K Sports Pregame Show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny Smith. And on tap tonight, it's the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers out at Quicken Loans Arena. For the Cavaliers, they're struggling through some mid-season doldrums at this point. It's been a ragged patch of the schedule for them lately. It has been an interesting ride thus far. Kenny, some teams really improving after a sluggish start.
Yeah, well, credit the people running those franchises. Always look to improve. That's what you have to do if you're a franchise head. You can't just sit back and say, hey, we're going to accept this mediocrity.
No matter what your record is.
No question.
No, the season is a marathon, not a sprint. Lots
of ups, let me write that one down.
Just keep trusting yourself.
The season is a marathon,
not a sprint.
Not a sprint.
And then make sure you put Shaq-Stradamus.
Shaq-Stradamus.
Did you actually make that up?
Something that was already said many moons ago.
I've
never heard that
you're
before.
acting like it's your original thought.
It is my original
I've never heard
it's
that
not
before.
a marathon, it's a sprint. Yeah, get away.
Who said that before? I've never heard that.
Oh,
I got one for you, Ernie.
What's that?
E equals MC tripled.
Ah.
I've never heard that either.
No, nobody has ever said that either.
Think about it, though.
I've thought about it all I want.
I did the math. It doesn't work.
K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the New Orleans Pelicans come in for this one. Thanks for joining us as we get set to bring you NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Cavaliers again playing host, continuing their homestand in this one. Challenging part of the schedule, and this is where they need to buckle down and take care of business.
Yeah, and the trip they've got in front of them, as long and as difficult as it may be, could really be a jumping off point if they can come through it successfully. Those long road trips can really be big momentum building.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, you remember that Anthony Davis had a growth spurt in high school that took him from a 6'2" guard to a 6'10" big man. Now, he remembered telling his mother, I can't fit in my bed, I can't fit in my shoes, I can't fit in these jeans you brought me. And her saying, I just bought those 3 weeks ago. Kevin?
It's all paid off in the long run, though. Thanks, D.A. Now, about midway through the season, a couple teams starting to slide. And they're desperate to turn things around.
But does that mean, Kevin, desperate means you've got to make a bunch of changes? Or do you go back to some of the things that had you in a position where we were talking about you in a positive manner?
Well, you want to remember your mission statement, don't you? What did we begin the season with?
Right. What did we come out of training camp? What was our mantra coming out of training camp? And maybe late November and early December, we won 7 to 10 games. Well, guess what? Break out that film. Let's sit down. Let's talk about it. Let's show some of the highlights of what we're capable of doing.
Go back to what we wanted to be.
And then bring it into the next game and show that you're capable of doing it again.
Agreed. We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. So for New Orleans right now, we've got Holiday. Anthony Davis is out there with Adebayo. Then there's Mirotic, and it's Waiters in at the shooting guard. Now here is Mirotic playing Brooklyn. He was nearly unstoppable. That one doesn't go. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that one, good. Johnson's got his first basket.
Staying ready. Johnson spotting up and lasers that one in.
Outside Mirotic. About a minute played so far here in the first. Holiday, the pass to Adebayo. Good D by Thompson.
Well, the D did their job there. Excellent contest to alter the close ranger.
Passes to Osman. Cleveland moving it around. Pulls up. High post. The shot by Sexton, no good. Here's New Orleans. 4-point game. Holiday gets the bucket.
That's a confident-looking shot there from Drew Holiday, playing the in-between game.
Here's Osman. 9 points last game. Thompson dishes to Sexton. Over Waiters. Sexton's shot is good.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Left side, Davis. Here's Mirotic. Off target from outside. For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Johnson's shot is off.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Now the feed to Holiday. Now here's Waiters. A 14-point game for him in the win against Brooklyn. Back to Adebayo. And Holiday has it in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Second chance shot. Drained for 2 points. Holiday's got his second bucket. Cavaliers leading. Osman kicks to Thompson. Pass to Sexton. It's Adebayo with the rebound.
Yeah, defense timed that out perfectly. Love the aggressiveness, and then they changed the shot's direction.
Waiters finds Davis. And Holiday, here we go. The score now all even. Holiday's got 6 points.
Well, killing them softly there. Holiday with the floater over the top, and that puts the D in a tough spot.
Pass to Johnson. Shoots over Mirotic. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, the pass to Adebayo to the left side wing. And the foul called on Joe Johnson. That's his first foul. It's stolen by Nance. Inside, here's Osman. Mirotic grabs the miss.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
The shot's good. Davis has got his first bucket of the night.
That shot was all about Holiday and his ability to see the floor and the open man.
Tipped away. And Holiday throws it down.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Well, terrific anticipation using the hands. How are you not protecting the basketball in that situation?
Here's Johnson. The Pelicans make their last shot. Here's Thompson. He can't get that one. Excellent D there from Waiters. Greg, what are some of the positives that Tristan Thompson's play brings to the team?
Still a very efficient scorer on the shots that he does take, and he lives mostly inside the paint, and still a strong offensive rebounder. But his days of being a threat on the offensive end as the game has evolved seems to kind of gone away.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Anthony Davis. Johnson, good. Johnson's got 6. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, their last game a loss to Utah. And Waiters kicks to Adebayo. Now the dish to Holiday. The 11-footer. No good on that one. Cavaliers go the other way with it. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively low percentage because of it.
Well, if I put it on the scale, Greg, the aggressiveness was an 8. The shot selection, a 2. Could have been a lot better.
Now Holiday after Colin Sexton's three-pointer that didn't go. Outside Holiday. Kicks to Davis. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And going against New Orleans, their first meeting of the year.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the 2 games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
Thompson, that's in there. Johnson with the assist. It's a tie ball game.
Thompson shoots such a high percentage on the inside, most of his shots coming around the rim.
Now here's Waiters. Not a lot of room. Outside Holiday. The rebound by Johnson. For Cleveland, they've gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark. Drills it from outside.
And Joe Johnson unselfish with that play. You can call his number just about any time, but turning down a good shot for a great one, good on you, Joe.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. When it comes to veteran players, Brand, on a team, what characteristics make for a good leader for a bunch of young guys under him?
We talk a lot about veteran guys on teams, Kevin, and I think one of the most important aspects to think about is that those veterans have a lot more impact if they're still part of playing minutes for a coaching staff. At some point, 4 or 5 months into a season, when an older player is telling you how to do something and only get a chance to see it during practice or him pointing it out on film when you're playing, doesn't have as much of an impact.
Doesn't resonate as much.
When a guy gets 15 minutes a night and you get to see him do those things as a young player from the bench and say, wow, everything he told me on my list, he's checked all those boxes. So having a vet that plays, much more impactful.
Good point.
And at his height, you have to like what he gives you as a shooter.
Well, when he squares up from the medium range, there's little things you could do to stop him.
Now here's Okafor. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Payton kicks to Randall. Payton looking it over. Shot clock at 5. There's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Payton's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
Man, if Payton wants to stay in this league for a long time, that shot has to be more and more consistent. That's a good sign.
Back to Thompson. Clarkson against Holiday. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. We'll take a look at the Warriors. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And checking out New Orleans, 10 games behind.
And I think for New Orleans, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they'd hope they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
Passes it to Payton. Hill against Holiday. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Hill kicks to Clarkson. It's back to Hill. Back to Clarkson. Over Holiday. Knocked away. Last game in New Orleans, they picked up the win against the Nets in Brooklyn.
Playing on the road, always a challenge, but it becomes a heck of a lot easier when you can shoot the 3-ball the way they did.
I just like their confidence. Even when they did miss, it felt like that's the shot they were designing to get, so it never seemed to faze them.
Here's Clarkson. Drills it from outside. Clarkson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Pelicans trail by 3. Payton kicks to Randall. Floats it up for Randall. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
That's an experienced decision by Holiday to fire that pass to the open man.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. Hill passes to Clarkson. And Okafor with the block. They retain possession. And he gets it back. And Channing Frye gets the whistle that time.
Go the other way.
That is his first foul of the game. Darius Miller, he's checked in for Drew Holiday.
Darius Miller.
New Orleans has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Payton finds Randall. Back to Payton. Outside Hill. Shoots from 14. Randall no good.
Not a lot of defense there. You can't afford to let guys shoot freely from the mid-range. They're not going to miss those all that often.
Out to the right wing. And here's Fry from the arc. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
I know it's physically impossible, but he's got to be kicking himself. He knows he's got to make those. You look at the roster turnover that the Cavs have had the last few seasons. A lot of trades made, some hits and some misses. And you know the front office willing to make some deals to try to get this train back on the right track.
And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. On the wing, Hill, covered by Hood. Here's Okafor, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Cleveland gets called for the foul. And with the trades this Cavs team has made, several blockbuster deals in the last few years.
Well, they have a tough payroll situation that they're trying to deal with and manage and manipulate. And it's tough for a young GM to try to find a way between sticking with what they've done, or is it a time to try to start to develop something for their future? You give them credit for doing everything in their power to still compete.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Nance is checked in. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. We've got 1:08 left to play in the first quarter. Knocked loose. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
A moment here to see some numbers for Payton. How last month turned out for him. He's around 10 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. And guys, no question, he's a guy with some talent. But honestly, even he'd like to see those numbers improve.
From all the whispers that we've heard, he's been working hard on his game. It just has not showed up yet in the box score.
6 on the shot clock. And here's Hill for 3. No good that time. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Outside Hill. Knocked loose. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hill kicks to Clarkson. It's back to Hill. 19 seconds left to play in the first quarter. 5 to shoot. And another miss by Cleveland. Outside Hill. To the middle. And there's Randall on the assist by Hill. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
That's some good interior passing, and that's how you move it on the inside.
Drew Holiday has been on display for the New Orleans Pelicans. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Back right after this. A top performer in clutch situations, Joe Johnson discusses his mindset when the game is on the line.
For me, not wanting to let my teammates down. I've always been kind of thrust in that position. For the most part, man, I just try and take my time. Nobody's really helping on the last second shot. Nobody wants their man to score, so it's just a mano a mano, and luckily I've made a few.
I'd say more than a few at this point. Joe Johnson has shown, Greg, that he's capable in the clutch.
And size and shooting touch, two things that age well in our league. He can still get it done.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at the Pelicans' performance here, guys, what are your thoughts?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
Well, there's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
We've got Channing Frye, Rodney Hood out there with Larry Nance. Then it's George Hill, and it's Clarkson in at the shooting guard position. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. Last season, Brent, the addition of 2-way contracts, does that make developing players in the G League even more valuable than it was before?
I believe last year, Kevin, that almost 50% of the players in the league, and it might have been a smidge more, had some kind of G League experience.
It's terrific.
And that's phenomenal.
Yes.
We're almost close to the 30-for-30 affiliation in the G League. You saw a success story last year in Quinn Cook coming up and getting a contract with the Warriors. This is awesome for the league. They've also upped the minimum contract for G League players to $35,000. All of these signs and the way that teams are using the G League, extremely positive, Kevin.
Miller, no up. And so he'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They trail by 3. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Now here is Hill. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. There's the 3. Pelicans with the rebound. Okafor's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Miller inside. He's covered by Clarkson. Okafor, the pass to Payton. Rebounded by Clarkson. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Hill finds Frye. It's stolen by Randall. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. The fader. Cavaliers with the rebound. Hood with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Clarkson passes to Frye. Here's the 3, and it's Hill. That time the assist by Frye. Hill's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Cavs. For New Orleans, they've gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Now here's Okafor. He kicks it to Hill. Back to Okafor. Payton outside. Up top, Randall. New Orleans moving the ball around. And here's Hill for 3. Sinks the triple. Hill's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, got to admire the stroke that time from Hill, able to knock down the 3 ball.
Hood against Hill. Hood kicks to Hill. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Hood can't get it to go. Pelicans leading by 3. Miller outside. Rebounded by Clarkson. Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. To the middle. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Clarkson's got 5.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
Yeah, you look at George Hill's game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively.
often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Johnson, he's checked in for Hood. Osman comes in for Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for George Hill. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, DA, thank you. And he knocks down the first one.
Oh my God.
And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard Greg both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
Well, many people had some high expectations for Elfrid Payton when he was drafted 10th in 2014. His offensive game has come along nicely. He sees the floor. He scores on the inside. I don't think he'll ever be a perimeter threat. And defensively, he could be a little bit more active.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
First free throw is good. And Brent, as you mentioned, as good as Payton has made himself with the ball in his hands, his defense is holding him back.
Yeah, and some of those areas of weakness are easily addressed. You just can't get yourself out of position by overthinking possessions or gambling too much. It's just not a good way to go. So as much as you're the lead guard with the ball, sometimes defensively as a lead guard you can set the tone for a defensive possession. Payton needs to learn that.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Pelicans lead by 3.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Drew Holiday's checked in for New Orleans. Pelicans leading by 3. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Here's Mirotic. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Waiters surveying the D. Sweet little floater.
And he prefers to have the ball in his hands to break down the defense. Waiters with the explosive drive there.
Sexton kicks to Nance. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
Holiday with the 3. Shot clock reset for New Orleans. It doesn't go for him. The Cavaliers trail by 3. And here's Sexton. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah.
And a tough game for the guys around him, mainly because his shot's been hit and miss.
Kicks it to Waiters. Over Nance. Shot's good by Waiters. Waiters got the lead up to 5 now for New Orleans.
And because he likes to handle the ball, Waiters is dynamite in the pick and roll.
Sexton the pass to Johnson. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. And Waiters, here we go. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Still struggling to find some consistency as an offensive player, but Waiters does get to the free throw line a fair amount for a guy who shoots so many threes.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And with a percentage of 82, he's been one of their more dependable shooters from the line.
First one falls for him. Thompson, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And both free throws good for Waiters.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Sexton kicks to Johnson. He dishes it to Fry. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That'll be his second foul of the game. Down low, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
If anything could change the momentum, it's that kind of play. Cloud of smoke has people standing on their feet.
Sexton kicks to Osman. Thompson outside. Here's Osman. He's guarded by Waiters. 5 on the clock. Osman, the pass to Fry. And it's off from three-point range. Holiday dishes to Waiters. Tries a three, and Holiday is good for 3. Holiday's got 11.
Love the rhythm that Drew showed on that catch-and-shoot jumper.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bucket is good.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for New Orleans. Next up on the schedule, the Grizzlies. That'll be a home game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. And that one drops for him. Holiday's got the lead, back up to 8 now for the Pelicans.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Now, here's Sexton, guarded by Holiday. Sexton kicks to Fry. Here's Johnson. Mirotic grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. The shot by Holiday, no good. Cleveland's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Mirotic against Johnson. Out to Thompson, to the middle. Here's Osman. That one doesn't drop. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Davis inside. He's against Fry. Mirotic has a wide open look. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 4 assists in the game. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. As much as Drew Holiday can contribute on the offensive end, Brent, with his scoring and playmaking, he's also a very capable defender.
Well, he's more than capable. He is one of the better defenders at that position. And the more years Drew Holiday has in the league, the more he's got a notebook of what it is guys like to do and the things he can take away. Great hands, great lateral movement, and last year showed up in a big way defensively for Alvin Gentry.
Sexton the pass to Thompson. Kicks it to Fry. Fires from deep. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Thompson doing a good job looking for his teammates, using his size to see over the defense.
Here's Holiday. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Well, Greg, Anthony Davis with so much talent, it's easy to take Drew Holiday for granted.
I mean, I think Holiday is the catalyst in terms of this team's ability to create and really put pressure on an offense. It has improved his scoring and become a very efficient option at that guard spot. has always been selective with his shots, but now is pressing a bit more to get involved, and more aggression from him, I think, has helped his production.
And the first one at the line is good.
He's only listed at 6'4", but Holiday plays bigger than that. That's the case on D more than anywhere else. He can guard 3 positions, and there's a lot of value in that.
All free throws good from Drew Holiday.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Here's Sexton. He's got 6. They get a hand on it. Holiday looking over the floor. Outside, Davis. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, believing more and more in this shot is Anthony Davis, stretching out his game now to the 3-point line.
Now, here's Sexton. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game.
You can't be frustrated at him tonight. He's doing his job. I'd like to see his guys step up a little more.
New Orleans leading by 11. Holiday finds Mirotic. Here's Davis. And it's New Orleans scoring again.
6'10", quick off the floor. And Davis on the interior now doing damage.
Cleveland's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Now here's Johnson. He's got 10. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Joe Johnson taking 2 shots.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, primetime years for Joe Johnson meant ISO Joe for his ability to score one-on-one, a style of offense that's lost a little bit of its favor, but it remains effective for Joe.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Hood's checked in for Fry. And it's Clarkson in for Jetty Osman. Randall's checked in for the Pelicans. Darius Miller comes in for Mirotic. Johnson hits them both. Pelicans leading by 11. Holiday, the pass to Randall. To the paint. Here's Davis. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Davis has got 11 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Here's Clarkson. 5 points in the game. Knocked loose, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Waiters. George Hill's checked in for Sexton. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Payton, he's checked in for Drew Holiday. Off the inbound pass. Miller grabs the miss.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Pass to Payton. High post, Davis. Out to Payton. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Clarkson. Clarkson's got 4 rebounds in this game.
He sunk that 3 in the first, but's yet to make another one.
Miller outside. With some arc. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And a moment here to see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And you know, guys, some interesting stories have unfolded here as we move through the middle of the season. You look at the Bucks. They're looking extremely sharp right now, poised in the top spot and playing very well. And checking out Cleveland. Just need to take it a game at a time.
And I think for the Cavaliers, nobody was calling on them to kind of set the world on fire. But even those modest expectations have yet to be realized.
Yep, any glimmers of hope that may have been there early for them have all just disappeared at this point. It's looking more and more like a season that will not end well for this team.
Now, here's Clarkson. After the miss from Elfrid Payton. Floats one. Yep, it goes in, and the Pelican lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Clarkson.
Well, near the basket, sometimes you got to do some things with the basketball just to get it up on the glass. Pretty creative shot there from Jordan.
Payton against Hill. Payton kicks to Davis. Good D by Johnson. And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lue. Teron, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just we have to make shots. We just got to relax and we got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. Drew Holiday was red hot to start the first. He ended up with 15 points, 2 steals, and 5 assists. What did you think, Shaq, about New Orleans?
What stood out to me more than anything else was how hard they got after it on the offensive glass. They were keeping possessions alive and converting those rebounds into points. Take away those extra points, they're not in this position, Ernie.
And Kenny, what'd you see from Cleveland?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
I got him.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. An exceptional performance from Drew Holiday.
And how disruptive was he in that first half? I mean, creating havoc, causing turnovers, and really energizing his team.
So many times we talk about offensive players being in a great rhythm. Well, right now, defensively, he's in one. Great anticipation and reading those passing lanes.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. So for New Orleans right now, Mirotic is out there with Davis. Then there's Dion Waiters. Then it's Holiday. And it's Adebayo in at the 5 spot.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
For New Orleans, they have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
One shot, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Drew Holiday.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
The Cavaliers trail by 14. Sexton the pass to Osman. And Nance kicks to Osman. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul. And Nance, now atop the key. Back to Osman. Clock at 6. Pass to Sexton. A three-pointer off the mark.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The pass to Mirotic. The shot comes out. Great D that time from Johnson. Cavaliers shooting 40% from the field. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. New Orleans leading by 14. Now here's Waiters. Outside for Davis. That one's good from the corner. Davis has got 13 points.
That's an impossible shot to guard, Kevin. Davis got the ball and just rises up for the jumper there. The D has to be frustrated.
Now here's Sexton. 6 points for him. And Davis sends it back.
Well, his struggles are consuming the rest of the team here tonight. He's got to find his rhythm and find it fast.
Sinks the triple.
Yeah, 3 of 4 to start this half. Offensively, they've been great.
The Cavaliers trail by 19.
And with Anthony Davis, you look at how young he is still. I mean, scary to think that his best games are still ahead of him. Not just this year, I'm talking like 3 or 4 years from now. He could honestly be the best player in the league in a short time.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. And it's good, 2 points. 15 points in the game.
Yeah, 80%. Is that a good number from the field? I think so. 4 of 5 here shooting. Terrific start.
And with Davis's prime just ahead of him, just what do you think his ceiling might be, Brent?
I don't know. 28 and 11 the last few years. His upside seems to be nightmarish for any opposing coach. I wouldn't be surprised to see him have multiple years of 30-plus with 12 or 14 rebounds. There's simply nothing on the court that AD cannot do.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Sexton dishes to Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, if Thompson is going to get that deep, you almost have to wrap 2 hands around him and hope he doesn't score.
The Cavaliers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
And the first one drops.
Tristan Thompson is one of the best offensive rebounders in the NBA. So to do that, you can't be afraid to throw your weight around.
And so Thompson nails both of them. And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. Outside, Davis. The shot that time, not on target. Nance with some nice D. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. "20 feet out. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Holiday's got his 8th assist here tonight.
And each bucket at this point feels like a backbreaker.
Well, to win at this level consistently, you cannot be faint of heart, and he's going in for the kill.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
And Anthony Davis is just as complete a player on the offensive end as you're going to find. Great facing up, great mid-range, plays with the back to the basket. One of the things that is his best quality, Kevin, that does not get talked about much, is just how devastating he is in transition. One of the game's greatest runners and finishers. And when you play with a point guard who will advance the ball, he becomes that much more dangerous.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hill. Well, in terms of rebounding over the last 10 games, these are the rookies that have been head and shoulders above the rest. 5th, Colin Sexton.
He's been playing some very determined basketball here lately. It's showing in those rebounding numbers.
The Cavaliers trail by 15. Thompson outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Sexton. Holiday with the block.
And his touch has just been a little bit absent this quarter, and he's missing a ton of shots.
And Waiters kicks to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Inside. The kick out to Hill. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers have gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. Out of bounds, New Orleans will take possession.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. He's been more than solid over the last month. He's averaging 8 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been a rock in the middle for them over that stretch of games. Dominating the glass is his trademark.
I feel like those rebounds are wearing down and eroding the opponent. His effort right now, physically and mentally, has been good.
Now here's Waiters. 9 points in the game so far. And it's Okafor missing. They're going to have to make a pretty big comeback here.
I think it's be a mistake to let the shot clock get under 10 seconds from here on out. You know what? His finishing ability, not really at the level that you would expect from a pro, but he's going to have to start playing with more force.
Right side Davis. Over Nance. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. The Cavaliers shooting just 33% in the second half so far. They need to look at more high-quality shots. Sexton with it. 8 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's Johnson outside. No good. Shot missing. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. Hill inside. Covered by Nance. Okafor. That shot is off. Good D by Thompson. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Davis against Johnson. From deep three-point range. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Yeah, his shot just doesn't seem to be synced up right now. Here's hoping he finds it soon because his team is really going to need that production tonight.
Now here's Waiters. He's got 9. To the inside. And it's Okafor missing. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Passes it to Sexton. Nance outside. Johnson surveying the floor. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Davis.
Johnson is very, very skilled at drawing contact, a great scorer in the league, and the free throw line helps you be that way.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Channing Fries checked in for Tristan Thompson. Hood comes in for Nance. Clarkson, he's checked in for Jetty Osman. And George Hills subbed in for Sexton. And then for New Orleans, Julius Randle's checked in for Davis. Darius Miller comes in for Dion Waiters. And it's Payton in for Drew Holiday. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Okafor off the mark, and the drought continues.
Yeah, a bit frigid to begin this one. Just can't make anything to get the game started.
Here's Clarkson. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. Clarkson's got 10.
And George Hill recognizing when his man was open, an effective pass that time.
New Orleans leading by 10. Payton kicks to Hill. Right wing. Here's Randle. It's hauled in by Fry. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 13-4 run. Clarkson against Miller. Inside. And the shot is good from Johnson. Johnson's got it back down to within single digits for the Cavs. Payton with the ball. He's picked up by Hill. To the middle. Here's Miller. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Miller's got his first basket.
Phenomenal use of the body there to free himself up from the defender and get a clean look at the basket.
Hill against Hood. It's back to Hill. Misses the three. Miller surveying the floor. He kicks it to Payton. Okafor finds Hill. Back to Okafor. Outside Hill. No good with the triple. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 15-6 run. Pass to Clarkson. Here's Fry. Here's Hood. Banked in off the glass.
You got to remember, Rodney Hood, 6'8", so he has the size needed to be a factor on the inside if he stays aggressive.
Miller kicks to Randall. Floats it up for Randall.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Here's Hood. No good off the back of the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
There's Miller with the three. Cavaliers with the rebound. Fry's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Hill against Payton. Hill passes to Fry. Now, here's Clarkson. He's tightly guarded, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And here's the upcoming schedule for New Orleans. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Memphis Grizzlies. Then on Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And for that matchup with the Clippers, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And Cleveland making a change here. Thompson's checked in. New Orleans also making some changes. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Okafor. Aldridge comes in for Hill. And it's Drew Holiday in for Miller. Randall outside. Kicks it to Payton. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Payton's got 8 points.
Payton being aggressive, a mindset that the coaches have encouraged with him. Stay aggressive out there.
Hill dishes to Hood. 1:22 left in the third. Clock at 6. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Just 2 to shoot for 3. Hill. And Tristan Thompson gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And so it's Randall bringing it up now for New Orleans. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Payton against Hill. Now here's Payton. He's got 8. Randall outside. Pass to Mirotic. Over Hill. And there's Mirotic on the assist from Randall. He's got 5.
Got to watch out defensively for the mid-range game of Mirotic. That shot looked automatic.
Hill finds Thompson. Hill looking it over. Clarkson against Randall. to end the cold streak. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hood. Nance is checked in for Cleveland.
Larry Nance Jr.
There's 25 seconds left in the third. They get a hand on it. Clarkson against Holiday. 11 seconds left to play here in the third. Unloads from 13. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Here's Clarkson. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's New Orleans, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we'll be back with you shortly. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Nance and Thompson are up front. George Hill out there with Clarkson. And it's Hood in at the 3 spot. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. Now here's Thompson. Nance trying to break loose. It's good, and the New Orleans lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Thompson. Payton against Hill. Payton kicks to Holiday. Double team on Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And so here is New Orleans. Randall passes to Payton. From downtown. Rebounded by Hood. The Cavaliers trail by 12. And there's the foul. It'll go on Nikola Mirotic. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Payton against Hill. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That is his 1st foul of the game. The Pelicans making a switch here. Waiters is checked in. And so it's Cleveland with it. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Pelicans leading by 12. And Mirotic has it in the corner. Traps in the tray.
Well, if you give Mirotic some room out there, he's going to take advantage, really looking to shoot the 3-ball.
Cavaliers shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Now, here's Thompson. Hood drives in. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 7 rebounds in the game. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. That's tipped, and so here is New Orleans. Holiday against Hood. The pass to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mirotic. Hill with some nice D. The Cavaliers trail by 15.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Clarkson. Holiday with the block. Waiters against Clarkson. Here's Mirotic. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
And lots of credit for the team around him. They're picking up the slack here tonight. He just can't buy a bucket right now.
Raiders against Hill. To the paint. Out to Hood. Shoots the three. That one's good. The New Orleans lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Hill.
The rhythm and timing right there, impeccable, and the experience of George Hill to recognize when to shoot off of the pass.
Now here's Waiters. Randall right side. Back to Waiters. Shoots over Clarkson. The rebound by Nance. Nance has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Hill. Got it. Good job in the low post. Hill's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, we don't talk about George Hill being a slick ball handler, but on that play shows you maybe some of the things he's worked on in the offseason.
And Holiday kicks to Mirotic. Back to Holiday. Mirotic up top. Takes a three. And that one is off. And Cleveland will come the other way. Hood drives in. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Pretty good at slicing to the cup there. Rodney Hood makes a good read and gets into the seam.
Raiders against Hood. Puts it up from 12. Raiders no luck.
The defense not so good. And when you're deep inside like that, you got to come through.
Clarkson dishes to Nance. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. That one is on Holiday. For the Cavaliers, Osman comes in for George Hill. And it's Sexton in for Clarkson. And New Orleans also making a change. Anthony Davis is checked in for Julius Randle. Nance, no good on the free throw.
Well, Larry Nance Jr. came into the league and a lot of talk about his dunking prowess. But really, Larry Nance Jr. knows how to play the game and is building on that potential.
Adebayo passes to Holiday. Stolen by Thompson. Mirotic against Hood. Excellent D there from Waiters. Pelicans leading by 6. Passes it to Adebayo. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And here's Sexton. Outside Hood. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And without a doubt, Rodney Hood is at his best when he's being aggressive. He doesn't settle for shots, and he looks to create and finish around the rim. Sometimes he can serve as a playmaker. That happened a lot when he was with the Utah Jazz under Quinn Snyder.
And he makes the first. You know, Hood can fall into settling for mid-range shots at times, Brent, but that isn't when he's his most effective.
No, a lot of players fall into playing passively, and Rodney Hood is sometimes guilty of that. The trick is finding ways to try to keep him aggressive, make sure that he's impacting the game in ways that his skill set can draw it out.
Both free throws good from Hood.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Here's Davis. That's short off the rim.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes everything can go right, but the shot doesn't go down. Nothing there is automatic.
Now, here's Sexton. Thompson finds Hood, shoots over Mirotic, and another miss by Cleveland. New Orleans leading by 6. Down low. Tipped away. Here's Adebayo, and Thompson sends it back.
Well, Thompson lives in the paint, and defensively, occasionally, you're going to get to shots like that.
Here's Osman. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Shooting for Cleveland, Cedi Osman, taking 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Johnson, he's checked in for Rodney Hood. He doesn't get the second one. And Bam Adebayo, the 14th overall pick in 2017 out of Kentucky.
Yeah, his name seems to be pretty fitting, right? Like setting screens, bam, getting a dunk, bam. Tremendous athlete, and he can throw it down with some of the best power forwards in the game.
And here are the Cavaliers now, following the three-point attempt by Nikola Mirotic. Here's Nance, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Holiday kicks to Waiters. And again, New Orleans has no luck.
He's been a little bit disappointing in this game. However, his team has his back. They need a little bit more help from him.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Cavaliers, Cedi Osman, taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time. And so Holiday will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Pass to Adebayo to the paint. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. 6 to shoot. Here's Mirotic. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Nance has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Osman, the pass to Sexton. He kicks it to Nance. Here's Osman. He's guarded by Davis. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Shooting for Cleveland, Cedi Osman, at the line for 2.
Makes it, and the next one could tie it up. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And he had to have all of those guys. That miss comes at the worst possible time. And he's clearly been the best rebounder on the floor today.
His rebound total now in the double digits. Been an animal all night long.
And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Taking 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one. And that drops, so they now lead by 1. New Orleans has gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Now here's Waiters to stop the drought. Got a piece of it.
More of this from Larry Nance Jr. Interior presence, rising up and tossing that one away.
Outside Holiday. And it's Osman with the rebound.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Johnson for 3. They get it again. Thompson misses. Well, for New Orleans, shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. To the inside. Here's Holiday. Kicks it to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. The Cavaliers trailing. Now Sexton. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Mirotic dishes to Waiters. Davis against Nance. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's foul number 2 for him. Mirotic inside. Johnson on him. And Mirotic kicks to Holiday. Over Sexton. Holiday gets the bucket. And it's a 4-point Pelican lead.
And really, that is a tremendous shot by Holiday there. His team really has momentum now.
Down low. Here's Nance. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Davis. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
2 shots.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. Waiters with the ball. And there's the defensive 3-second call.
One shot.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Johnson against Mirotic. To the paint. Here's Adebayo. It's not going to go for him. And here are the Cavaliers. They're on a 19-7 run. Johnson outside. Six on the shot clock. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Pelicans leading by 3. Back to Mirotic. Outside Holiday. Outside Mirotic. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
Now Mirotic at ease, pulling up right away after receiving a pass.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2.
At the line for your Cavaliers, Sexton. 2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5.
And that's one of those guys who just tends to live at the line. Sexton's working hard to improve his consistency there.
And so he makes both from the line.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
And so Holiday will bring it up for New Orleans. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Kicks it to Waiters. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, and then the fear sets in that you're going to create driving lanes that could lead to easy buckets. This is not an easy fix.
And here are the Cavaliers now after Dion Waiters getting his 3 to go. Here's Osman. He's defended by Randall. And here's Johnson outside. And that's collected by Drew Holiday.
Man, you get so caught up in the bravado of someone scoring on you and you wanting to even the score. Unfortunately, he couldn't answer back.
Running up the score, showing no mercy.
Well, you want to close the door on any type of comeback effort. This has been a vault. Ka-ching.
You're right. Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're trailing by 9. 46 seconds left to play in the final quarter. A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Drew Holiday.
Yeah, it's his job to keep their offense ticking, and tonight he's earned his keep. He's been able to find open teammates everywhere, feeding the post, creating open jump shots on the perimeter. His passing has been the best element of his game.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives it. He is really fed off that. Now, here is Hill. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
That was pretty clever right there, knowing how to finish, and you knew the contact was coming from somewhere.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Fry. Johnson comes in for Smith, and it's Cedi Osman in for David Nwaba. Free throw drops for Hill.
Well, George Hill is a gear-shifting, versatile guard and has some size and a good perimeter defender with that length.
And now we've got the intentional foul. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Sexton's checked in. 40 seconds left in the 4th quarter.
Shooting 2.
And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaker. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
And I'm sure he would like to have had all of those, but he's still able to pad the lead.
Good D by Holiday.
And the effort and anticipation on defense won't show up in the individual stat sheet, but effective.
Yeah, he takes a nice angle on it. He doesn't get the block, but he does get the alter.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Joe Johnson picks one up.
Yeah, more of this from Mirotic would be a good thing for this ball club. When he's aggressive inside, he's capable of drawing contact and finding some
Gentlemen,
freebies.
2 shots. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that stretches their lead to 8.
Mirotic sometimes gets one-dimensional out there, but I know one thing the coaching staff really loves about him. He brings competitive fire to every game, and that's something any coaching staff loves to count on.
Second one is good, hitting both at the line, and it's a 9-point ball game here.
Tons of credit there on the focus level to stay calm in a huge moment, and he ices the game.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They trail by 9. 17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, this has been rough all the way around. I mean, coming in with high hopes and then just now trying to finish the best they can.
And I think that's exactly what we're going to see. Fight all the way through, even to the bitter end.
Miller outside. Baden outside. So we see the Pelicans get the win here. This was a very strong showing for them, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and, our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did, come out of that timeout and never look back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.